Hey, I love you so fucking much. I had a lot of really intense dreams. I became lucid a bunch, 3 times exactly. It was wild. In the past, I used my dad as an anchor because it's oh, he's dead. What's he doing here? I must be dreaming. But I was able to pick up on that I was dreaming and think of it in that perspective for the first time in years and years. Just solo. And I recognize that parallel to being able to recognize this life for what it is. It's not that fucking serious. And when you figure out that you're getting in your own way, then you get to figure out how to get out of your own way. And when I say in the way of what? In the way of peace, in the way of self-awareness, understanding. It goes wordless after that. Just being with what is, without this constant bombardment of shit that you allow. You were taught to allow. You were conditioned to be whatever. Holy shit. So we do this thing where we make a bunch of conditions and rules for ourselves to be happy or, be a certain way. And let's not argue right now, where that system of thought comes from. Because we're so, I think, far down in history from where it initially came from. There's a lot of moving parts. Long story short, when you make rules and conditions for what you think your shit needs to be, you are saying to your own self that you are going to stand against the flow of your own self until your conditions are met. It's almost like a hostage takeover of your own fucking mind. And you're the hostage and you're the fucking guy who's holding the gun against yourself. When you stop being like that, when you get out of your own way, when you recognize and surrender to the oneness that everything is, then that is to honor, recognize, and facilitate the flow of life. You can't facilitate life's flow by throwing a childhood tantrum when things don't go the way that you think they need to go. You just create more discord. You create more chaos and cacophony in the experience of your life lived as it is. There are a lot of people with a lot of circumstances that are counter to their potential for specifically financial success. We are in a double recession. We are in a really weird, funky time. We're staring down the barrel of, God help me for this Alex Jones conspiracy theory, but you would argue that we're experiencing a passive genocide of the American workforce to pave the way for robot replacement and AI replacement. That they don't need all these ungrateful mouths to feed anymore. And they definitely don't want these people to realize class consciousness, realize themselves, and start to perform the agency of their souls. That would be terrible for the powers that be, because God forbid they don't get the updated $400 million yacht next year. Billionaires are the parasite class, and billionaires should not exist. There is no explanation for why a person should be a billionaire and hoard wealth from the rest of the world. So that's my hot take. That we, in the bottomest of the rungs, are being pushed into psychosis, are being pushed into insanity loops, are being pushed into ultimately a sense of self that's not real, that's been superimposed on us by, again, a lot of moving parts. You know, we'll talk about the Victorian time period and like its influence on culture and behavior and all this shit, dude. You know, the middle class and how it upholds the whole structure because they don't have to like feel the effects while they're being exploited the same. And I still have a smile on my face and I still have fucking gratitude in my heart because that, to me, is the fight against this shit. I ain't got no weapons. I ain't got the ability to physically, like, on that level, fight back with my fists, but I have the ability to retain a sense of inner peace that I have worked to obtain, like, to discover and to keep. And devotion to God, whatever you think God is, just devotion, the practice of devotion is the absolute ticket out of the hell that we in our minds create for ourselves. It is the dissolvent. It will dissolve all these little untrue belief systems and thoughts because it brings your awareness to the truth. The truth is right here. Here. The sensation of these two spaces bridged together, the joy, the gratitude, the presence that accompanies. What's real is right now. Yachts and lizard people and everything else. I can't touch it, I can't eat it, I can't see it. These are thoughts. The awareness of what is happening in other places is supposed to be helpful for the disruption of anything unjust about it. So let's hope that the continuing, growth of class consciousness among the working class will absolutely lead to another pushback like we had at the turn of the century with the shirtwaist strike, where we begged these fuckers to just not let us die while we're like selling our lives to them. Like, we don't want to get burned up in a fire. And they had actual police kill protesters who were just telling these rich fucks that we don't want to fucking die like that for you, bro. And it finally got pushed through, It's like we're back to like that again. It's like chip away what they could, manipulate and fearmonger. But now you have hungry people, and hungry people are not for the play. And hopefully we just like keep smartening up so we don't fall for this, gimmick of coercion and control. Yeah. Knowing yourself is like being a freed slave. Like how literacy would, turn a slave back in, America's make them a great again days. Slavery never ended, it just evolved. You have the prison system and their slave labor in addition to, you would absolutely say that anybody who is working a full-time job and has to live in a hotel or is otherwise homeless, that's slave labor too. That's bullshit. All right, let me step off that pedestal for a minute, right? Or soapbox, whatever. I'm so grateful to be right here, right now, in the sense that the sky is gorgeously clear. The air temperature is absolutely delicious. The breeze keeps reminding me of Hanuman. The grass looks just that much greener because of how much bluer the sky is after a few days of the overcast weather that is bringing forth this coolness. I was invited to participate in an experimental noise performance meet up. Not really anything formal, just like friends chilling kind of vibe. on this Saturday, so I'm going to totally do that. And I had no idea what I would do once I realized that I wasn't going to be just a spectator. So I've planned to lead everyone in chanting Ram and, just talking some shit and making jokes. Because that's my dream as a performance artist, is to talk shit, make jokes, and lead chanting with people. So my dream's getting to come more true again. I did it for the first time back in July with the same group of people, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to keep stepping into myself. Again, I've been learning how I've been in my own fucking way, really my whole fucking life, and it wasn't even my fault. Little kids are taught how to get in their own ways, and then in college especially, oh my gosh, I was taught to nitpick the fuck out of myself to where I'm and then I turn around and act like that. Not anymore though. We're totally cool with mistakes now. We're totally cool with things just being as they are. Not this academic, white tower mindset anymore, thank God. So on that note, let's do Hanuman Chalisa, because it's been a minute and I'm open to fucking up. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijman Mukuru Surari Varano Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Jodaya Kufala Chari Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumiron Bhavana Kumara Balabudi Vidya Deu Mohin Haru Kalesha Vikar Jaya Hanuman Gyana Guna Sagara Jaya Kapisha Thiyalo Kuru Jagari Ramaduta Talita Baladama Anjani Putra Bhavana Sutanama Mahabhira Bikrama Bajarangi Kumati Nivara Samatake Sangi Kanchana Varara Viraja Subesa Kandala Kundala Kunchita Kesa Hatta Vajro Du Vajiraje Kanje Munja Jane Usaje Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana Teja Pratapa Mahajaga Vandana Vidyavana Guniyati Chatur Ramakaji Karibeko Atur Prabhu Charitra Sumi Beko Rasiya Rama Lakanasya Tamana Basya Sukshma Rupa Darasya Dikikava Vikata Rupa Dari Lanka Charava Bhima Rupa Dari Asama Sangare Rama Chandra Ke Kaj Savare Laya Sanjivana Lakana Jiaye Shri Raghubira Hara Shira Lai Raghupati Kihi Bota Barai Tuma Mama Priya Baradai Samabai Sasavadana Tumaroja Sangave Ashakara Shri Pati Ganna Lakave Sanaka Dikapram Hardi Munyasa Narar Sarara Saira Hyasa Jamakubera Tekapala Jahante Kaviko Vedekai Sake Kahante Tumupakaru Sugriva Dikina Rama Milai Rajavadina Tumaro Mantra Bibhishanavana Lankeshwaravaya Savajagajana Juga Sahasrajo Jaraparavanu Lilo Dai Madura Falajanu Prabhu Mujika Meli Mukamai Jaradi Lanjike Acharachanai Durga Makaja Jikatake Jete Sugarama Grama Dumare Te Rama Tupare Tumarakavare Ot Nagya Vinu Pesare Savasugalahe Tumari Sharana Tumarak Shakajak Koko Tarana Apana Teja Samaro Ape Tina Loka Ankate Kampe Bhuta Pisajana Katana Yave Mahapira Jaganama Sanave Nase Roga Hari Sabapira Japanari Rantana Anumatabira Sankata Se Hanumana Chadave Manakrama Vajana Jana Jolave Sabapara Rama Tapasvi Raja Tina Ke Kaja Sakalatu Masaja Ora Manora Joko Ilave Soya Metajivana Falapave Charon Jukaparata Patumara E Paraseta Chakatu Ujiara Saru Santa Ke Tumarakavari Asandani Kandana Rama Dulare Ashta Siddhi no Nidike Adata Asrabadadina Janaki Amata Rama Rasayana Tumare Pasa Sarara Hora Gupatike Rasa Tumare Bhajana Rama Kopave Janam Janamake Dukabisarave Antakala Ragapara Purajai Janam Janama Hari Bhakta Karai Ora Devata Chetanatari Hanumata Se Sarvasukakari Sankata Kate Mide Subapira Josamide Anamata Bira Jai Hanuman Gosai Kripa Karohu Guru Deva Kinai Josara Barda Barda Kardakoi Juta Viandi Maasuka Oi Joy Ragapare Hanuman Chalisa Oya Seri Saki Gorisa Tosira Sasadari Chera Kijay Natara Daya Mahadera Pavanatanaya Sankataharana Mangala Murti Rupa Ramala Kanasya Saita Hridaya Vasava Surubhupsira Rama Chandra Parajay Sharanam. Whew. Brief history of me. I was raised from age 7 on as Hindu and learned the practice of bhakti yoga, or devotion to God. From there, like, as I became an adult, I went through an experience that informed me about, like, the importance and power of the Hanuman Chalisa. So after that, I spent 7 years memorizing it, and then I fell out of practice with it, and I had to spend about like another couple of months to hone back in the accuracy, and have kept in practice ever since. There's been a few times over the last year where I went to sing it and I messed up, and this time I didn't mess up, yay. But at least to my knowledge. Anyways, yeah, like, it definitely is something that if you don't use it, you might start to lose it. But I wanted to memorize it because I wanted it and needed it in my heart to be able to say it anytime that I wanted and needed to, because it is fucking powerful. It's beautiful. And also, you can get the same benefit by chanting Ram. Chanting, I recommend any Sanskrit stuff. But in the school of like the Zen Buddhist thought, you could chant chair over and over and still get the same effects. It's all about the devotion part, yeah. Anyways, always on this search of like infusing like the science of things into like the things of things. I don't fucking know. I'm here. I'm grateful. Just wanted to say that in case it's like you're ever inspired to memorize Hanuman Chalisa. You can totally do it. Like, we can totally do anything in this fucking world that we really want. It takes having a heart for it. Like an unwavering, nothing's gonna stop me now. That Jefferson Airplane song, right? Like, I think that's them. Anyways, yeah, that nothing can stop you. Full on heart attitude towards shit. You can literally do anything because that's your purpose as a human being. It's pretty rad. Anyway, that's just my opinion, though, because people get mad at my opinions. Oh, no, I had an opinion. I gotta stop people pleasing. Like, fuck these people. Who cares? I just discovered Casey Rocket as a comedian, so I'm going to be way less fearless and sounding crazy, because that guy, like, you can sound crazy and smart at the same time. So that's my new goal for my aesthetic, is, like, crazy smart. Anyway, I love you so fucking much. Bye.